collapse, a cataclysm of rap that just happened. With a soul involved in the middle pole, so I go real hard with the song that I go. Until I'm in the zone, I thought was the twilight one. So then these would change and switch the complexes just to get next to the best. Because then you've done entered the lion den, or entered a part of your chest. I want your inners real pissed. The winner with rip is big, just rip. You went underneath a pyramid, I guess. What part of talk do you want? Was it the part that didn't have a stop? So it was an 8 on his bark, if you want to call, because then I was splot test off with some more of this that I got. It was what the suction cup was attached to the arm of the octopus for, because I'm awkward with song. It's an opera that starts and never stops, because then the star would have shot above all of your dome at once. And the same wish was thought inside of all, but said different when it would be exposed by what the tongue would have told. Oh, fuck yeah, give me my shit. It's right. Fuck yeah. Pen and ink and stencil these fucking symbols for them to get in the flesh, so the bones would just marrow. So y'all would remember something that was hollow when I thought it. It was wrong where I stood, if you wanted to call it, because then I would have been the karma, or what sentence would never stop, because it would just run on. This was what Cole would have said if you could talk. Y'all know Ed could, you seen the show. How could flow get so magic? Anything can get magic if you practice type shit. That's why you practice what you feel in the rest. So would you just part like the dog, or maybe just sit at the bar like the stool would never stop? Because then you would have been over the stuff that I would have said when I talked. This was the time of the moth that never stopped. This was the clock that never talked. This was the moss I never saw. He wasn't blind, he wasn't sawed. He was a different emotion y'all never caught. He was something in the midst that want me rips this once again. Fine is what I did, this exhibit with ribs. So why don't I just put you in the big with the stitches real quick, because then I would have done what I want to do all along. There's a bunch of doodah wrong with the bird I saw, because then you would have been torn and bolt, because then I would have given thunderbolts and lightning bro, because every time that the strike would go, it's another marsh that would get lit onto, another wig that would get wax and melt, because that was the way that I go. It was the Wizard of Oz, and I'm a tin man with arms that would just swing cause it's sharp, because that's the way that it did, that's the way that it's done. Boom. 44 more collapsible flows I put in capsule size, bro. It ain't that hard to swallow. They're more small than what was meant for cold, but then I would have been a fucking simpleton. Simultaneously said, so it was the jinx, I'm one of them. I was the one in the net. I was the one that caused the ball with the sticks. So you need to catch a bunch of cholera dog till your coffin don't stop, because then I'll put you in the coffin real quick. Coughing up my flow for you. That's what you wanted. Bohemian flow. Then I go and take a bunch of them like bows that we could grow in the garden of yours. That would have been something I chose on a list that's never rode, on a leash for a dog who never bowed. Because then you would get a barbed wire event every time that you hopped in that fence. And once you call me into tent, because then you would call real attent or attentive type shit, because then you would have been the one that I with rob with lamp, because then the rob with dog with nap, because that hope hopefully float on the top of it, because that would have been the wind that was large and would span all the distance of coast. I hope with the rope that was tied to a boat, so it wasn't stray too far. I was strange with song, and that's the way they come. Hopefully the hole was made for Thanos, bro, with the bro and the fucking train involved that would blow the smoke. That would have been a bunch of them that I smoked with son, because hopefully the song had no rum. Hopefully yo rod inside of a barrel with the lid on top, and then the little would have been big for once. They were baked for song like the bacon strips, and they had them paws up. Then I would have said something to make it seize up if I said like that, because in the name of the king type stuff with this tongue. That would have been some taught with the stripe on the bark of the tiger retard that would curl like a fucking question mark would. Hopefully all of it called like this was a tender for fall, because then you would have been just a kid in the garden. That would have been the fucking 4 days when you're learning, dog. I'm glad you gone. I'm glad you called, cause then you would have been glad for raw with a bunch of hands up cup, and then they club, and then that's applause. That's what the cop got fever for. The suction cup from Octopus. Remember, he's our friend. Kick a treasure chest with this next. I hope it registered, bitch, cause if it did, I'm back in the force, just whittling what I get. From what's little, from what was the canopy's top, because then I would have been sweet with this song, like a pea in a pod. Like y'all pee in the pod, for some more of this that I got. By a bunch of bucket loads, by a bunch of them motherfuckers hunched over with some of this that would go like satellites, what? Shot in the dark was a distance, not far away, not far away. The Nautilus with some more of this, I nod my head. It's a nostalgia fit. Every time I list with part of sake to be barked like best friends to hog and shit, and give hogs like they was off the haunches like if I'm off my rocker like what was Whistler's mom doing inside of my mouth for so long, because it was a month I never stopped, because then I would compel me to I'm the mantle that lives under the crust. I'm a volcano that explodes with some more of this flow, cause that's the fucking way that I flow. So why don't you feel this way for a wall, shake them dice, and then if you ever felt me before, feel me right now. This was a filament that I switched on the bulb that wasn't broke, because I thought they would look better like so. This was white type stuff with the white that was marked, so that's what's up. It's that up arrow in the question mark. Hopefully my flow will be the bulb that will start to glow or change your world. Change it so it will live like this for a sit. And then the life would never end type shit. And then y'all would remind yourself with like when you was kids. And then when the door is set, and then y'all fucking feel the opposite of all that shit at once. Simon Says type shit with permanent spit that I fucking injected this that turned red, because that could have been a turncoat for your wrist. Something drastic with the rope of tits to the throat you have, and then I pull with all I have. Hopefully the bowl was full of goldfish and a roll to make us home, and then your old and old type stuff with my flow. Those are the oats that I roll, and that's just how it goes. Go for it, bro. Go for it, bro. What do you think, Kitty? I thought it was great. What do you think, buddies? It was bad, y'all. Penn and Teller, buddies. Boy, thank you. Thanks for coming. TWA type stuff. Boom. Get him type stuff. Boom. Rumpelstiltskin. Boom. The Tin Man Bone. That's right, son. Northwest is the bestest.